sharing that you're going to be sitting in a ceremony this weekend with another plant ally. If we feel called to do this, for all of us now, if we feel called to do this, which is why also on your intake form, I asked you if you've been working with any other plant medicine in the last 6 months. If somebody does disclose that they have, then I just reach out to them individually and or in our one-on-one session, and we bring it up. That there's a particular relationship that you've been building with that plant ally, and now you're wanting to build a relationship with Mama Cacao. And it's not that they don't like each other, it's just you need to introduce them. You need to meet and you need to ask permission. These are two elders, these are two beautiful master plants. Most of the other plant medicines are master plants. And cacao is as well. And we need to just check in that our teachers, our spiritual teachers, are supportive of our journey at the moment. And I have never received an answer of no, but I still ask permission. So maybe once working on land, for example, I got a strong no, not here, but then I moved to a different location on the land. So I'd ask if I could hold ceremony here. I'd ask if I could do my ritual here. Always ask permission first. Now, you entering into working in a sacred way with another plant teacher, ask it permission. And how you do this, make yourself some cacao or just work with the spirit of cacao. But light a candle, go to your altar, or just sit in a quiet space, drop in and call in, invoke in your own way, the essence of cacao and the essence of the other plant teacher. And tell Mama Cacao what you want to do. Just like you would say to two friends that come and you've been a friend and you've been maybe away for the weekend with the one friend. Now you're going to go stay with the other friend. You've got to just say, hi, friend over here that I've been staying with. Thank you so much for having me. I'm just going to pop over to the other friend for a moment, just to let you know. And then the other friend, you say, listen, I'm just coming from this friend's place. So I'm going to be there at that time and that time. And this is where I've come from. That's my context. So working with these plant teachers, you'll say, I'm now in a container with Mama Cacao. So let me address Mama Cacao and say, Mama Cacao, I've chosen to step into working with you, and I want to learn how to work with you in the best way possible. But I feel really called, and I feel really called just for this moment in time to work with Spirit of Peyote, in Kim's case. And have that conversation. Listen, pause, listen if she's in support of that. There might be something that bubbles up of, maybe it's not the right time now, or okay, but you are maybe putting me aside for now, and I'm fine with that. Are you fine with that? So you just have a conversation. And then you approach Spirit of Peyote. This is very important. And you say, I'm working with the Spirit of Cacao. I have entered into a sacred contract with the Spirit of Cacao from this date until this date formally. And I'm learning how to develop a deep relationship with Spirit of Cacao. So, Spirit of Peyote, just so you know that's my context, is it still okay if I come and learn from you based on this information? And have a conversation just like you would with human beings. Like I said, most of the time I've received absolutely, go and enjoy, my dear. Absolutely, you're welcome to come. That's what you do in your preparation. When you are finished that time, you thank them. So you come back into that conversation, you create that sacred moment again with your candles, you have a little ritual, and you say thank you, and you share what has happened. You say thank you, Spirit of Peyote, for blah, 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 blah. And then you go to Mama Cacao and you say, Mama Cacao, this is what happened. Thank you so much for supporting this process. I'm coming back into the sacred container with you now, closing off the work I did with Peyote. Even though, things do kind of go into that. And this is really, really important. There's kind of a rule of thumb most of the time, if we're outside of sacred work, that we don't mix our medicines, just because the energy behind it is really, it's subtle, it's gentle, there's a lot happening behind the scenes. Let me just put it that way, a lot that our conscious mind is not aware of. And so it's important that we tread respectfully. People that are trained as traditional medicine people, they've trained their whole lifetime, at least like 2 decades, to work with just one particular spirit. And they know the ins and outs. They know how to just branch off and ask permission to do this and come back and share that information. And it's all within alignment to working with this one plant. Now, that's not our context necessarily in our modern lives. None of us here, as far as I know, are just one have a marriage, a spiritual marriage with just one plant spirit, or animal spirit, or other spirit. I might be wrong, but as far as I know, no one here has a spiritual marriage, and there's a union that you enter into for that as well. So it's important that we also find the people that can be supportive of that. And here I am just to share this information. It might not be shared to you from the medicine space that you might go into somewhere else. But this is how we can work with a lot of reverence, a lot of respect, and be receiving the most benefit out of it, and then be in service in the best way possible. So there's always this reciprocity again. So this is just a suggestion. This is not, again, there's no rule book for this. We all fumble along and we learn as we go.